Hello everyone and welcome back to Commander Clash. This week we're playing 100 commons versus 100 uncommons versus 100 rares versus 100 mythics. Let's see what everyone's running.
Hey, it's Phil and I'm bringing all uncommons, which turns out to be one of the clunkiest mana bases I've ever seen. But hey, at least my commander draws a card for every tapped land I play.
Hey everyone, it's Richard and I'm playing commons. My only choice is a mono red commander, so I'm building mono red goblin tokens, hoping to win with impact tremors, goblin bushwhacker, and then some random like red pump spells.
Hey, it's Tomer and I'm playing all rares, which means I'm taking my budget Ishin deck and just making it a lot better. Seems easy to me.
I'm Seth and I'm playing an all mythic Niv Mizzet Reborn deck, which means I have the worst mana out of any commander deck I've ever seen, but if I get to cast my spells, I got some pretty powerful cards, so let's see what happens. This show is brought to you by our sponsors. You can purchase all the accessories we use on the show over at ultimateguard.com, and you can purchase all your cards over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. You can also support us by buying merch at our merch store at mtggoldfishmerch.com and liking and subscribing to help the channel grow. Alright, with the intros out of the way, let's hop into the game.
Are you looking to get your hands on these beautiful brand new MTG Goldfish dice? Well, you can get these and all kinds of other goodies at mtggoldfishmerch.com.
4, 3, 2, 1, Clash on!
Clash on!
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Wizards needs to print more mythic lands, I think.
Oh my god, Seth.
Lands,
$100 One Ring land incoming.
I'm going to play a mythic Celestial Colonnade thanks to some box topper action, and then you can go.
Yep, the secret layers are gonna bail you out. I know there's like mythic, are there mythic fetches?
I guess the masterpiece.
Mountain?
Not really.
I pass. I literally don't have a win con. My win con is a 6/4 trample.
I don't even know what your commander is, and I'm not gonna look it up.
Are you crawlworming us? Are we getting crawlwormed?
So Pauper EDH is a real format, except you're allowed to use uncommons as your commander. So all of the Pauper EDH decks like index hard on their command, like Tatyova or something like that, right? Or like Zada, where the rest of your cards is just random stuff.
Deck that I played was a CDH, was a Pauper deck. Makes it a lot better. Unless you
Ember Mage, things may fall apart.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I'm
like
gonna
a
play
playtime
a
card.
Path of Ancestry, the rare version that comes when you go to Magicons and stuff. That's where I got mine.
Rares is almost cheating because so many promos they just print as rare. Are all secret lair cards also rares? I feel like you get
Pretty
so
good.
many.
Do you actually have a restriction, Tober? Can you just find a secret lair version of any card you want?
I mean,
Yeah, at this point.
so when we were looking at like we were doing on Scryfall or whatever, sorting by rarity and stuff, and I was like sorting by rarity, and I'm like, oh, Plains shows up. I'm like, interesting. Like, where is this from?
I got I don't know, Medusa, Golden Halls of Erador, some Lord of the Rings version of Castle Ardenvale that's a mythic. You can go.
Good. That's good.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it makes mana.
No, okay. I'm just gonna play Mountain Pass.
I'm gonna draw. I'm going to play Archaeological Dig. It taps for a colorless mana, and I can sacrifice it to tap for a mana of any color.
Oh, we had to go deep.
My mana is terrible.
Don't you have like every like dual land in existence?
No,
Are
there's
they
two
commons
dual
or
lands in
uncommons?
Simic.
They're like
they are usually
tap
commons.
duels and stuff.
The bad ones.
Yeah.
Oh, the bad ones are commons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a Tangled Florahedron.
Hey,
Oh,
they used to be one of my favorites. It's worth pointing out we decided I had to go 100% of your rarity, so that means like Phil and I did not get basic lands, so we had to make do with all
We'll see about
with
that,
all
actually.
cards of our rarity. Wait, did you find an uncommon? There can't be an uncommon basic. I do not.
Yeah, I
believe.
thought so too.
There's an
And
uncommon basic.
I'm drawing.
Snow-covered wastes are based.
Let's play a
uncommon.
Caves of
you're
Koilos. Taps for white or black, and I'll take a ping for that, or I could tap it for colorless. I'm going to tap it for colorless, though. And I'm going to cast Dolmen Gate. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures you control.
Sure.
I'm setting up, boys. I'm setting up.
Is Tomer the threat? I don't know. I'm very scared of Tatyova. I'm not scared of Richard.
please.
I'm scared of
I'm
Tatyova.
never counting out-
And then I'm scared of rares.
I love the gaslighting on turn 2.
The problem with Tatyova is he's just drawing more uncommons. So like, will like 5 uncommons beat you, or like 2 rares? Tatyova's power is
rares.
only drawing uncommons. If Seth ever casts a spell, it's gonna be epic.
I feel like, every single spell Seth casts
I don't know
once he
about
gets
that.
there is just going
I
to
don't
be
know.
like Haymaker. It's going to be like my 6
dude.
drop deck.
Do I have a something for you to learn. I'm going to cast my first spell of the game because I played a Darkslick Shores, which comes to play in tap because I don't have that many lands. And we're going to play some very rare Mythic ramp in Vexing Puzzle Box. There's a ton of text on this that doesn't really matter, but basically it taps to make a mana of any color. When I tap it, I got to roll a d20, and then I get counters equal to the result. And then if it gets 100 counters on it, I can sack it and search for an artifact that I'm not even sure I have in my deck and put it out. It's a dark steel ingot that you can blow up. You can go.
Mana rock? Okay. I'm going to demand an answer for that, Seth. As additional cost to cast the spell, sacrifice an artifact or discard a card. Going to discard a mountain. We're going to draw.
Sounds right.
Very interesting. So now untap, draw, land, navigation orb.
Oh, yeah.
This is 5 mana cultivate, baby. So 3 mana artifact. Pay 2, tap it, sack it. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards or gates. Reveal those cards. Put 1 on the battlefield, 1 into hand.
Are you getting any common gates in mono red?
Go ahead. So there's actually 3 gates. And one of the win cons is actually a gate.
3.
Are we stacking that landfill? Are we doing it? Oh, I'm gonna hate you.
Risk Study is uncommon, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna play Ristic Study. There are some cards that technically printed as uncommons. It's an ancient tomb. Please don't murder me though. I'm gonna murder myself. 2 to the face.
Yeah, that's 3 Tatyova.
Am I gonna play Tatyova though? I feel like that's too.
You're gonna wait one more turn to actually get value?
Zendika's Royal instead. Whenever I make a land drop, I get it to Elemental.
This deck is so legit. Kill Phil.
It turns out Simic Landfall is just always good.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
It's the Golos of uncommons. No matter how you build it, it's going to be good.
I didn't know the Zendikar Royal was uncommon too, though.
So speaking of basics that can be in rare, I drew one of them. It's planes, rare planes. So we got a MagicCon Vegas. I got a couple of them actually by buying a bunch of festivals in a boxes for multiple people. And then I'm going to cast tap the Path of Emphasis for red. Captain Lannery's Storm, 2/2 haste. It's a human, so I get to also scry one. Do you want that on top? Yes, I do want that on top. Whenever it attacks, I create a colorless treasure artifact token. And whenever I sacrifice a treasure, Captain Lannery's Storm gets +1/+0 until end of turn. And since it's hasted, Phil, I know you're at the lowest life total, but I will not be.
No, he has Ancient Tomb. Don't get tricked.
I know. But people who play Ancient Tomb always say, it was like, why are you attacking me? I'm at the lowest life total. That's only 2 damage, Phil. And then I make a treasure. And with that, I shall pass the turn.
Well, we're going to untap with our Mythics, draw a card. All right, we're going to play a Mythic Spire Garden, another expedition. And then I guess I should roll dice for this thing because I can. We're going to tap this, which means I need to roll a d20 and it's going to get counters equal to the result. So, oops, off the playmat. 13. Wait,
counters. This is actually quite
He's popping up.
easy, right? Like, it's not
you're
like
gonna win.
Yeah, well, he does it passively every single turn.
Yeah, like, he could get to 100. It's not like unreasonable.
5 turns.
It's not unreasonable, no.
And then we're going to play our second Mythic Ramp spell in Omen Pass Journey. So when it enters, I get to search for 5 lands with different names. At the beginning of my end step, I get one of those at random and put it into play tap. So I'm going to grab 5 lands. So I got, a bunch of fast lands, a battle bond land, and a reflecting pool.
Is Seth officially arch enemy now? Now that we know we can cast the spells?
Yes.
There's Tatyova and Ishin, but sure.
Tatyova is
I have news for you. Open Path Journey is just a different way of saying open the way.
Yeah, but you can just blow it up.
Sure.
On my end step, Tomer, give me a number from 1 to 5, or which card you'd like me to put into play out of these.
1.
So 1, okay. Sea Chrome Coast comes into play tapped, and then you can go.
That really seems like a good start.
That sounds really strong, actually.
Hitting the ramp spell's lucky for sure.
Including
There's
me.
not that much Mythic Ramp.
Because I've hit my perfect curve. Scare Tiller. Scare Tiller is a 4 mana 1/4. When it becomes tapped, I choose one. You may put a land from your hand onto the battlefield or put target land from your graveyard to the battlefield. Conveniently, I have discarded a land.
Ooh. That card is actually pretty good.
So I need to actually attack though. And it's a 1/4 body. Go ahead.
Wait, never mind. Let's ignore Seth for a moment. Richard,
he's scaring us.
Too hard over here.
You gonna kill me through my 1/4 blocker? Let's go.
I am scared.
I don't know if I can.
I'm going to play a Jadi offshoot. It's an 0/3 that says whenever land enters, I gain a life.
Not even gonna Tatyova?
I can. I don't have blue mana. I'm not going to sacrifice this to get blue. I am going to get blue, though, and I'm going to get it with Silver and Scrying. Search your library for a land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand.
Nice.
I'm going to get a bounce land, probably.
Oh, yeah, that's the upside of uncommon.
Yeah.
I mean, you can also play them at common.
This is looking pretty good. So far, the only person that's played a card that you would raise an eyebrow at is Seth with his weird mana rock. Everything else seems plausible that you played it in a normal deck.
That seems realistic.
I'm going to play the Simic Growth Chamber, and I'm going to gain a life and pick up a land. I think I'll pick up this.
I feel Phil is just playing a normal Phil deck here. I've seen nothing. I've seen
no
restrictions.
Plays a normal Phil deck. Well, I haven't seen any tokens yet, but there is an undercover.
Is Lotus uncommon?
There's a token here.
All right.
And then I'm just going to pass.
I'm going to untap. And also, I'm going to draw to signify how many treasures I have. I'm going to use one of our new dice that you can buy over at our merch store. It looks awesome.
Now we got to let him get 6 treasures for ad.
To show the beautiful Scoops logo. Yeah. I'm going to play a Battlefield Forge, just land for the turn. And then I think it's time to play your boy Ishin. I think I have to take a damage. I'll take a damage like that. So I'll lose 1 life. So Ishin says, if a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Oh, and I have Path of Ancestry, so I'm going to scry 1. Let's put that on the bottom. All right, Seth, you are officially getting me a little bit scared. So I will move to combat, and I'm going to swing Lannery Storm at you. I can't do that. It's impossible. It's a 1/4. I can't attack into that. This time, I'm going to get a Storm trigger, but I'm going to get another one because of Ishin. So I get actually 2 treasures. Boom, boom, boom.
I think I'm scared of you, Tomer. That's a lot of treasures.
I'm going to pay 4 mana, and I'm going to play a cool card that I totally forgot about until I started building this deck. Gimli's Reckless Might. Gimli's Reckless Might is a card you probably have never heard of, but let me read it to you. Cool. It's an enchantment that says creatures you control have haste, and has Formidable. Whenever you attack, if creatures you control have total power 8 or greater, target attacking creature you control fights up to 1 target creature you don't control.
Oh, Tomer's definitely
I'm setting up. I'm
my
setting
scared
up.
killer.
Well, currently I have a 3/4 and a 2/2, so the fighting is pretty limited currently.
What does Dolmen say exactly?
Prevent all combat damage. So it isn't going to combo, thankfully, but
no. And I'll pass you.
I will untap and draw. Now I'm going to play Phyrexian Tower, which is horrible in my deck, but it is a land. There's almost exactly 38 mythic lands. So if it's mythic and it's a land, it's probably in my deck. So Phyrexian Tower, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to play Elquist Prof Master Sleuth. It's a 3/3 vigilance. When it enters, I get a clue token, and then I can sack a clue and pay blue, white, and X to Sphinx's Revelation, draw X cards, gain X life. And then I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3 Plantier of Orthanc. Orthanc? It's a legendary artifact, and on my end step, I put an influence counter on it, and then I scry 2, and then target opponent either lets me draw a card, or I mill X cards where X is the counters on it, and the players take damage equal to the mana value. I'm gonna go to my end step. I'm gonna get 2 triggers, one from Plantier, one from this. First will resolve Omen Path Journey. So, Phil, I think it's your turn.
1.
1, 2, 3, 4. What'd you say? 1? 1 is Reflecting Pool. That's actually a pretty good one.
That's great.
And then we'll get a counter on Plantier and Scry 2. All right, Richard, do you trust me?
Mill. What do you mean trust you? What is it? What question?
Yeah, you gotta scry first before you say this.
Yeah, scry first.
So, Richard, I'm just going to say, I think it will benefit you if you let me draw this card.
All right, draw it. You win.
No
way. All right. So I will draw from the
putting a wipe on
that better not be another Sphinx's rev. You're like, well,
no, it's never going to be
my next 3 turns drawing cards. I'll eventually find it.
No.
What are the mythic board wipes?
I think the new instant speed one is maybe the only one.
Yeah. Phil, how big is Jaddy Offshoot? It's a 0/3?
0/3, yeah.
Return target land. Okay. Scare Tiller. I'm going to return target land.
Wait, you have to attack, right?
Yeah, I'm attacking Phil.
I block with the elemental.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you got it. I'm going to play a mountain, and I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't play my commander. I'm going to pass the turn.
I'm going to draw.
I was trying to find old cards that were like commons from the olden days. There aren't good ones. Kind of like Ancient Tomb. You're like, what? This is an uncommon?
I'm going to cast Tatiova. So whenever a land enters the battlefield under my control, I gain a life and draw a card. And then I play a land. And then I gain 2 life, draw a card, and create a elemental.
This just feels like a Tatyova deck.
I guess I'll pass. Yeah, the problem is that the late game
the payoff,
class,
I think. Yeah, how does he actually
payoff
win
is kind of missing.
How different is your deck, Tomer, than just like a traditional? Were there a lot of cards you were like, oh, I'm really missing this because it's not the right rarity, or did it just feel like normal Ishin?
No, I mean, so I took a budget Ishin Dungeons deck that I made like a while ago, and I made changes to it. I had to like replace 30 cards. And then I was like, oh, well, I'm replacing it with better cards. So I guess
that's actually improved my deck.
Speaking of better ones, my mountains are now snow covered because then I can run the rare secret lair version of it. Seth, what are you doing next turn?
I don't know what I'm doing next turn, honestly. I'm not sure what the biggest threat is at the moment.
That spooks me because that's a very non-committal answer.
Okay, Tomer, if it makes you feel better as you're deciding this, the card that I left on top is a Chaos Warp. I don't know what I'm Chaos Warping, but I have a Chaos Warp that can
I'm not listening to Seth ever again.
Whatever the scariest threat is on the battlefield.
I don't really care about any of that, so that's fine.
I'd rather take the mill to give you a Chaos Warp.
I'm going to pay 4 mana. I'm going to cast Vengeful Ancestor. It's a 3/4 dragon that's flying, and when it enters the battlefield or attacks, go target creature. I'm going to go Tatyova. And then let's combat.
I'll
swing the Vengeful Ancestor at Richard because I have to not let him get away with it. Ishin will go at Seth. And the Captain Lannery Storm will also go at No, I'll send the Vengeful Ancestor at Phil. What am I talking about? And then I have 2 fight triggers, which are very fun. Oh yeah, so I have 2 go triggers, 2 treasure triggers. Let me make my 2 treasure triggers first. I'm going to go 2 elementals.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fight the Proft with the Vengeful Ancestor, and I'll fight the Tatyova with Ishin.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
So I'm taking 5.
And then Phil will take
down to
3, and I'm done.
All right. I will untap.
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, Tomer, I think you're kind of running away with that at the moment.
Yeah.
Actually, before I untap, I need to tap this puzzle box just to roll and get counters on it, which will be 6. So I will go up to 19. I do not know how to represent this in a reasonable way. All right, so the 1's going to be for the first digit, and then the blue or the green will be for the first digit, and then the blue dice will be for the second digit. All right. I will untap. We need a Wrath. We need a Miracle. We need a Miracle, a Mythic Miracle. I will draw Wasteland, Valley of Gorgoroth, or something like that. So can this Chaos Warp help us, Richard?
Maybe kill the enchantment. I can kill Ishin.
You can kill Ishin.
My commander deals 4 damage.
That's
I have a counter offer. Don't Chaos Warp any of my stuff. I won't hit you for a turn.
No, you're running away with the game.
No.
I gotta try to stop you. I won't
attack you, and I won't blow up your stuff for a turn.
There's no way unless you Wrath. You got a Wrath, Seth, okay? So,
you know what?
There's no Wrath for my deck.
It's dire that Bill's asking for a Wrath.
Just for suggesting such a thing.
Okay, sure.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to play Olivia Voldaren. It's a vampire.
That's good.
And I can pay 2 mana to deal 1 damage to a creature and it becomes a vampire. And then I can pay 5 mana to gain control of a vampire for as long as I have Olivia. And then I guess I just go to my end step. Trigger Omen Path Journey. Richard, 1, 2, 3. What do you choose?
I hate that you take the bottom card and declare it 1. What kind of savage are you? But 3.
It's left to right for me, but
you're putting it on the bottom.
Okay, so 3. Okay. Sea of Clouds. Sea of Clouds comes into play tapped. And then our Plantier will trigger. So go up to 2 counters, 1 and 2 for the scry. Ooh. All right, we're gonna leave that on top and put this one to the bottom. Phil, you're at 32. Would you like to take some damage or let me draw a card?
Yeah, I mean, you can draw.
All right,
I lost
draw
this card too many times. The first one, I lost against this card way too many times.
All right, Navigation Orb, sack. Ramps a land, puts another land in hand. And then we are going to cast Goblin Surprise. Create 2 1/1 red goblins.
Okay. And we're doing it now.
We're doing it.
The
engine is online.
What's the engine?
the engine is going to hit you with 1/1 till you fall over.
All right, that's fair.
It's called combat. You should try it one time.
Tomer's kind of doing this. I wish he would try it less, honestly, this game.
I'm out of... Oh, wait. This mountain goes to hand. I'm like, why is this mountain in here? Okay, I'm going to play a land. Oh, no. Can I attack anyone? I can attack Tomer.
Get in there.
Well, I can attack the Tomer with 3 things, actually.
I could just still be able to tearing down your tokens, actually, but we won't do that.
This is helping you. Tomer, take 3.
Ooh.
But more importantly, Scare Killer trigger. Bam.
Wow, popping off.
Now I think it's time for one of 3 only common commanders in the entire game, and they're all mono red. And 2 of them are from Homelands, but one of them is from Modern Horizons 3. We all know how scary Modern Horizons 3 is, right? So 6 mana 4/4. When Skoa enters, it deals 4 damage to any target. It has Grandeur, which is discard another card named Skoa, which is itself. Sacrifice 2 mountains. Skoa deals 4 damage to any target. So in case you're flooded with Skoas, you can use that.
Okay, Richard, before you snipe Ishin, I'm not attacking you, and you know that Seth is just going to. There's 2 late game decks, and you know I haven't had any intention of attacking you at all. Obviously, I'm biased, but I feel like it's in your best intention to allow me to continue pressuring Seth and Phil, and then they just use their resources on me, and you get the coast.
You just tried to make this same deal with me.
I heard your answer, but since you can actually run Farewell, I need you to Farewell. So I need Seth to be scarier than you. So I'm going to hit your Ishin.
Okay, fine. I don't have any draw engines or anything. How do you think I'm going to find Farewell?
I don't know. I don't know, Tomer. I pass, Phil.
Am I just going to recast Tatiova? And I think I can't beat this fight thing, honestly.
Olivia can steal it too. And then
Olivia's going to steal your thing, which is even worse.
It is actually kind of hard to ramp if you don't have basics. So I'm going to I'm going to float Simic, and for a blue, I'm going to cast a Brainstorm. 3.
Wait, you can Brainstorm block yourself? There's no way you have Fetch. Right?
I'm going to put them like this. This blue problem sucks. I am actually going to crack this.
What happened to your sack land?
Tough times. Right? yeah. That's not how I planned it, but ouchies. And tap. I got 5 mana. And then I'm going to cast Emoti, Zelebrantin der Fülle, whatever that means in English.
No idea what card this is.
So it cascades, and then spells I cast with mana value 6 or more have cascade as well. It cascades. I put something on top here. I'd be shocked if it's not what I expected. Oh my god, it's a Coiling Oracle? Who would have thought?
The value.
Coiling Oracle says when it enters the battlefield, reveal the top card of my library. If it's a land card, put it onto the battlefield. I also know what this is. It's
this brainstorm did so much work.
Set it up.
Yeah, the brainstorm was pretty good. So this is an island, so searchable with Farseek. Look at the top card of target player's library. Play this a bit. I'm not gonna do this. It taps for blue. It's a land for triggers, so I gain a life and create 1 more elemental. These 2 are goated, so I'm going to swing with the goated ones. Actually, they both just die.
Yeah, they're gonna die either way.
I'm gonna swing at Seth. Yeah.
I'll block 1 and then take
Giant
2.
This is... Oh no, you actually kind of run basics. Otherwise, this would be nice. Demolition Field. It destroys non-basic lands and gets basics, but I can only get Seth with it, I guess.
You can get Seth. Seth doesn't have a basic to fetch.
Maybe there's mythic basics.
I just play a Thought Vessel. I have no maximum hand size.
There's not.
And go.
On your upkeep, Tomer, I'm going to tap this Vexing Puzzle Box and roll this dice real quick, which is going to be, a 19. That's a big number. We're up to 38. Again, I'm not even sure there's an artifact in my deck worth tutoring for, but I'm going to cast my Mythic Chaos Orb on the thing that's fighting down my creatures, that enchantment.
All right, so I put it into my
what do you get?
Library.
Yeah, I know. It might be worse.
Let's flip up Taunt from the Rampart, so I can't even cast it.
It's goodness.
Is it on top? Or?
Is it on top?
Oh, God.
Okay, so I draw some mystery card. Who knows? The problem is, I think Seth just got away with it. I don't have any ways of getting rid of Olivia, so I can't cast any more creatures. I'm going to cast Taunt from the Rampart. Good old creatures your opponents control until your next turn. Those creatures can't block. And then...
That is something.
I'll swing 3 at Richard and then 2 at Seth. Send a message.
It's a flyer, right? I can't block it.
Oh, you can't even block. I'll double gold the Jaddy Offshoot.
Ooh.
So we missed a trigger. I forgot there's more text on the Vengeful Ancestor, but it says whenever a goated creature attacks, it deals 1 damage to its controller. So Phil actually took 2 when he was attacking with his 2 goated elementals last turn. That's all I got. I couldn't find any draw engines, so pass.
All right, so at the end of your turn, I'm just going to sack this Clue to draw a card.
Yeah, I think so.
And then we will untap. I don't think it's as good as you think, but I hope so. I hope you're correct. That would be awesome.
I mean, you get no creatures can be played until Olivia is removed.
And he's the only one drawing extra cards and
Y'all are
ramping
so
every single turn.
What's he drawing cards with, though?
So I'm going to untap and draw. I guess the plan...
Stop giving him cards with Palantir.
Well, I'm not going to take the 15.
You gave him a card, and then Phil
I got baited. I thought he was going to Wrath.
I was hoping. I'm going to play a...
I was the hero we needed.
Boro.
But alas.
A Boro, Buckleberry Fairy. I really don't have anything much great to do.
I don't believe it.
I could play my commander. I guess I should. Oh, do we have the mana to do this? Blue, red, white, green. We got to roll our dice here for this one. Wow. That's a 20.
What's happening?
We're doing it. Vexing
He's
puzzle
going to
box
find a
might be
mythic artifact soon enough.
I'm going to cast my commander, Niv-Mizzet Reborn. So Niv-Mizzet Reborn, when it enters, you reveal the top 10 cards of your library, and for each 2-color pair, you get to put one of those in your hand, and the rest go on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the draw engine, yes.
The one he had in his command zone.
Galzeth Prismari, Hoffrey, Ghost Forge, and that's it.
Wait, did I say a Psych Rift?
No, it's not mana drain. Though.
Yes, mana drain.
That is a Psych Rift.
What? You said you only have one board wipe? And you said it was...
Wrath.
It's not a board wipe.
I thought there was only one Wrath. Yeah.
Is Psych Rift not a Wrath?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't really think of it like a Wrath.
It's certainly not a Wrath,
but
but it's. I don't even think it's a. I guess it's a board wipe. Yeah.
We're gonna play Hoffrey Ghost Forge. So it gives my spirits +1/+1 trample and haste. And when a non-token creature dies, of mine dies, I exile it and I get a token copy of it that's a spirit. And when it dies, it returns the exile card back to my graveyard, basically. So Olivia is goated. I'm gonna take one from Tomer's dragon thing.
Huzzah.
Richard, you got the highest life total, so I guess 3 at you. We'll go end step. Tomer, back around to you. 1 or 2, left hand or right hand?
2.
2. All right. Razorverse they get. And then our Planetary trigger will scry 2.
Is Palantir secretly good? It's been doing so much work.
I think Planetary is kind of Phyrexian Arena. It's kind of Phyrexian Arena. Both on the bottom. Have you done one of these yet, Richard? I don't think you have. So
it's Tomer's turn.
It's my turn.
Remember you debated me? I gave you the chaos
Tomer's turn. Okay, Tomer.
If everybody's going to give you a card, I'll give you a card too.
Oh, thank you.
There you
I will draw a card. I might have misremembered the exact number of Wraths in the stack. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Richard. Go ahead, Richard.
Wow.
That doesn't really seem like a Wrath.
Do you even need to Wrath? You have the best board.
He doesn't need to Wrath. All right, so I'm goaded. We need to go to combat. So Phil can't block with any of his creatures. Is that right? So these 3 Durdles, so this is going to be 3 damage at Phil, Skoa at Seth, and I'm going to take 4 damage from Tomer's thingy.
I'm just going to take it. It's fine. Who knows what shenanigans Richard has over there? I don't trust the commons.
What he's limited to.
I know what rares and mythics
just
are
straight
around,
up.
but there could be like some pump spell that's actually legitimately good in his deck with the with the restriction.
Here's the win con, boys. Olifant.
Is that Olifant?
6/4 trample. When it attacks another target creature you control, it gets +2/+0 and trample until end of turn. I'm going to play a mountain and I'm going to pass the turn.
Okay, let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna draw. Do I just play Tatiova into a board wipe just to draw?
I mean, Tomer needs the board wipes. That's not gonna board wipe.
Is the Olivia gonna steal my Tatiova?
Yes.
No.
You gotta answer it. It's good.
I mean, you can answer it.
Seth is in such a good position.
You should probably still answer it,
about.
I really don't care about your Tatiova, honestly. So have your fun, Phil. Draw your
1,
cards.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ouch. 7 down to 25. Yikes.
You're gonna die to your mana base anyway.
I'm going to recast Tatiova. I'm going to play a basic. It's a snow-covered waste. The only uncommon basics. There is actually a rampant growth in here, although there's only one snow-covered waste left. So ramp is so hard, and I have to be a ramp deck, but it's very hard with snow basics.
I mean, I've out-ramped Simic. I'm going to take that as a W.
1, 2, they all have to attack. I'm going to tap this for mana.
Does the offshoot have Defender?
Oh, it has Defender, yes. Okay.
You also, when you attack, you take 1 damage for each attack.
That's 5. And I swing everything at Seth. I don't think it makes a big difference, sadly.
All right, so Niv-Mizzet's going to go in front of the Emoti, and then Hoffrey will go in front of one of the 2/2s, and I'll take 5. down to 19.
Yeah, that's it again.
You guys might just be able to kill me, honestly. Like, you're getting close.
Tomer said he's playing his budget deck with upgrades.
You're the only chance we have against
I'm expecting instant death.
Like, I run a lot of like incremental card draw on the deck. I just didn't see it. I didn't see it. We're out of gas. We'll see what
Don't
we
worry,
get.
I got like one board wipe.
I guess like I can't actually hit him because he has 2 blockers.
You can represent the combat tricks. Wait, you have Dolmen Gate. It was a free attack.
I'll swing the Captain Lannery Storm for no reason at Seth. And I'll swing the Vengeful Ancestor at Phil. I will go...
take 3.
I think the Olivia again. No, Nim is it.
Okay.
Nim is it. And I created Treasure. Oh, I love Treasure.
Niv is going to block the Lannery. If you want to sack your treasures to kill it, you were free to do so.
No, I think you want to recast.
You haven't had, Seth.
Enough.
5?
Oh, so jealous.
The Plantier's been going to town.
I'm going to do it. I don't think it's going to really matter because Seth is just going to redeploy faster than all of us. But I'm going to cast
Farewell?
it. I drew it.
Is it a farewell?
Wait. Are you sure? Wait, what is it? Is it actually a farewell?
It might be. Who knows?
Oh, yuck.
Well, I don't know. This is my only clock. Once you kill this, I cannot touch Seth ever again. There's a world where we can actually kill him.
So let's say I don't. Board wipe. Seth has a huge board state, and he doesn't want to use Olivia. His cards are better than that.
Yes.
That's the scary
true.
thing, right?
If he does some random stuff, then we get to attack. If he holds up all mana and doesn't progress the board state and just tries to play defense with Olivia, I think we're also winning. We're making progress.
No, because then he just steals the best thing every single turn if he just holds up the mana and plays defense.
Richard has his only
means I can't. It means I can't pressure him because anything I play that's anything threatening to him, he just takes it. So
okay, you can board wipe, but I can't touch him anymore once you board wipe. I literally have nothing. I have 12 power on board. He's only at 20 something.
Don't blow up Ishin, Richard. Maybe you should have helped me, Richard. Maybe you should have killed Olivia, Richard. I'm going to cast Farewell.
His plan kind of worked, but then he didn't.
Yeah.
What do you
I'm going to choose creatures,
everything,
and enchantments, and graveyards.
Oh, everything but artifacts, right?
Yes, everything but
hey,
you're
I
not
get
gonna get rid of his mana rock
vaccine
and
puzzle box.
Palantir?
Hey.
No,
You're gonna
because I don't want to lose my Dolmen Gate and my treasures.
Oh my god.
It's very easy to say that when you have like a freaking army of mountains.
I agree with Tomer. That is true.
All right, and then
Easy
I pass.
to say when you got all the manas. All right, we will untap, draw. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Okay, do we have triple green? 1, 2,
Why do you have a triple green card in your deck?
3.
What is this?
So we need 1, 2, 3. Then we need black 4. And then we need red, blue 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we can do everything. All right, so I'm gonna play Selvala, Heart of the Wilds. It's a 2/3. When a creature enters, its controller can draw a card if it has the greatest power on the battlefield, and then 1 green and tap to make mana equal to the greatest power among creatures I control. Oh, I get to roll my D20 here for my vexing puzzle box. 13.
Theoretically, 2 more activations can do it.
Yeah, it's possible. I don't even know if I'll use it though. It might be better just as a mana rock, honestly.
Tell me there's no other artifact in your deck? There's gotta be some random artifact.
Oh, I don't even sack it. Yeah, I will use it then. I thought you had to sack it, but you don't even have to sack it.
Artifacts.
Next up, Galazeth Prismari. It's a dragon thing that makes a treasure token when it enters. It's a 3/4 flyer. It has the greatest power, so I get to draw with Selvala. But what this is really leading up to, we're going to cast the Gitrog Ravenous Rod. It's a 6/5 trample haster. And then when it deals combat damage to a player, if I saddled it, I can sacrifice the creature that saddled it, and I draw X cards and can put up to X lands into play where X was the creature's power.
Yeah, you draw a card.
It has the greatest power, so I'm going to draw with Selvala first. And then we're going to saddle up the Gitrog with the Galazeth Prismari. And then, Tomer, I guess you're at the highest life total. And then we're going to sack this Galazeth Prismari, so we get to draw 3 cards. And then we can put up to 3 lands into play.
Doesn't work with MDFCs.
I will choose to put 0 lands into play, I guess. We're going to go to the end step. Plantier is going to trigger, so we'll get a counter. We'll do a little scrying. We're going to put both to the bottom. And I think we're back around to you, Richard. So mill 4 and take damage to mana value or me draw a card. I do have 8 cards in hand, so I'm going to be discarding hand size either way, just so you know. Mill 4? Wow, the risk. This could hurt, Richard. This could hurt.
Oh, this can go.
Copperline Gorge. Grist the Hunger Tide, so that's 3. Nova Blast Worm, that's a bit more, so we're up to 10. And Assimilation Aegea, so
what is that one?
13 damage.
So I take
that 13. Is a 3-mana equipment that exiles a creature when it enters.
Yeah, that's because we're supposed to like mill the early turns and then let him draw the late turns. But since we did it backwards,
You did it a little
we gotta do it like this.
No. Even the early turns, he scries before this. Once he knows.
Yeah, but at most it's one card at the
you
beginning,
just
right?
gotta let them draw. After one card, you gotta let them draw. It is that bad. I've lost to this so many times. It's like, oh, how bad can it be? And then it's like 12.
All right.
I'm just gonna discard Karanos God of Storms.
Do we have any outs? Like, I think he just got it, right?
No.
That was we were supposed to attack him this turn.
Yeah,
But
look
at what he does.
You have 5 mana. Impact Tremors. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, Impact Tremor deals 1 damage to each opponent.
Oh, that's actually a way Richard can deal damage.
Cast my commander.
Creatures,
4 to your face. And then 1 to everyone. So Seth takes 5, everyone takes 1.
1 to 14.
I mean, I think I could have killed Seth probably. if I had my
If you didn't wrath, you might
I had my
have.
board. Yeah.
well, if you told me you could do more damage, you'd be like, oh, I have a all of wants.
Okay, draw 9. Well,
Tayova?
Oh no, is it Tayova?
It's back.
hey, it's my only game plan, honestly.
Phil has,
I'm going to
Phil's game
play
plan is
a
value.
Tolaria West and draw a card, gain life, and pass.
Wait, did you exile graveyards too, Tomer, with that farewell?
I did
Is-
exile graveyards.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
wait, our graveyards are exiled. Yeah.
Blood Crypt. I'm going to actually bring it into the battlefield untapped. Is
No
it
fear.
tied? It says when it's tied for
It doesn't
greatest
say
for
tied. It says if its power is greater than each other creature's power.
I
So
feel like
ties
it needs to be
do not go
6.
to the runner.
Whatever. I'm still going to play it. Itali, Primal Storm. It's a 6/6, so it doesn't draw an extra card because you still have a 6/5. When it attacks, exile top card of each player's library, then you may cast any number of spells from them without paying their mana costs. Of note, though, it's an attack trigger and I don't have haste. So that's it. I pass.
All right.
I do it on ETB. Does everyone always play
No,
Italian
that's the
Haste?
old
I
one.
always
That's the
assume.
old
I
school,
always
old bad
assume. Oh, it's
one.
the new one that does it. Okay.
The new one.
New one is the
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to untap and draw. I'm going to tap this Vexing Puzzle Box. We're going to roll our
Let's see what's
D20 here. 12. So we go up
Yeah.
from 71 to 81, 82, 83. Close.
So 17
Close.
or
Maybe
higher
one
next
more
turn, we'll get it to crack.
We need a high roll. So we're going to tap this using the green from the puzzle box. We're going to make 6 mana. That's going to be 1 blue, 3 green, and 2 black. And then we're going to spend 3 of this mana to play a Pernicious Deed. So Pernicious Deed is pay X, sacrifice it, destroy each artifact, creature, enchantment with converted mana cost X or less, mana value X or less. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to play a Scarab God. Beginning your upkeep, each opponent loses X life and you scry X, breaks the number of zombies you control.
Oh, he gets an
You get a
Itali
4/4
now?
Copy of a thing from a graveyard.
Actually, no.
I have to kill Itali first.
Not
Because you have to,
infinite.
your Scarab God would die if you Pernicious Deeded for the Itali.
And then 5 mana, we're going to play a Kami War. First level is exile target non-land permanent opponent controls. That is going to be the Itali.
All right.
The next mode is bounce something and the player has to discard a card and it flips into a flyer eventually. Oh, it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 mana. Let's do it like that. I'm just going to go to my end step. I'm not going to attack this turn. So on my end step, Planteer is going to trigger. It gets a counter. I'm going to put both these on the bottom. Phil, 5 cards in damage or let me draw.
Yeah,
Your choice.
no. This will statistically kill me at this point.
All right, I will draw a card and go ahead.
How big are your blockers there, Seth?
I have a 6/5 and a 5/5 currently.
Swing 6 at Seth. Or sorry, 4 at Seth. 4 at Seth.
How much does it cost now? It's 10 mana or something?
10. I have 10.
I will block with the Gitrog.
Okay, it dies. I'm going to cast it on second.
Oh my god.
I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend 2. I'm going to blow the Pernicious Deeds X = 2. So destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments, mana value 2 or less. I will spend my treasure on it and leave up a land.
Oof.
No impact tremors damage, but I
So
still
you
take
take
4 down to
4.
10.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to draw, and I guess I'm just going to try to make land drops. I am going to...
You're still struggling to make land drops?
The game plan is just make land drops.
Is there any
The problem is that there's
Any
almost no
Simic
payoff.
answers?
No.
Yeah, there's no... What's the best payoff?
Civic
There's
doesn't
no
even have anything
Avengers
with
in it or
access to the
anything.
entire pool, let alone uncommons.
I'm going to cast Urban Evolution. Draw 3 cards. You may play an additional land this turn. 1, 2, 3. I'm bracing my inner Crim.
We got a counter spell.
Here's a
on your
ruin
spell?
trap. No, it's a ruin trap.
Why is this in the deck?
What is this? Okay.
I guess the
So whenever
landfall
land
payoff.
enters, everybody
That was ambitious.
There's no way you get enough natural landfall triggers, though, right?
No, Phil, why?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Yes,
on the battlefield.
fuel my Scarab
Whatever.
God, please, Phil.
Yo,
If he
you
plays
you live dangerously.
I don't
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay 3 mana and play a Spelunking. Now my tapped lands finally enter untapped. I draw a card and can put a land on the battlefield. If it's a cave, I would gain 4 life. I don't think I have a cave. I do have a Centaur Garden, which taps to make a green, and then it deals the damage to me. I can also sacrifice it for 1 mana if I have Threshold and Giant Grove something, so everybody mills 3. and I draw a
Everyone
card
mills
and gain
3.
another.
Where was this when Scare Killer was on the battlefield?
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
It was the next card.
No.
Oh, no.
It was the next card.
Oh, that would have killed me. Oh, my God.
Brutal.
Wow, that would have been
Sky
bad.
has
was
just
the
strike force for me.
Oh,
I
that
do
was the one.
play Skullwinder.
I don't know if we're gonna live. It's a sorcery. We gotta go 2 turns round.
Yeah, I need
Okay,
people to
I
stop,
have
I guess.
2 land drops left. Oh, this can go so wrong. Can go super right though. So I'm going to play an Arid Archway and pick up, I guess, Simic Grove Chamber. Everybody
Gonna make
mills
land drops for
3.
the rest of the game.
Mill 3 more.
Okay. Flecting Swat, Bitterhorn,
Talion, Hugs,
Capes.
and a land.
3 mountains.
I'm going to tap this
Bring
to
up the
add
mana counter.
2
What do we got
colorless.
here?
I'm going to ping myself for 1 and pay 1 colorless and a green to play a Summer Bloom, banned in Modern. You may play up to
God.
3 additional
Are we
lands
gonna
this
mill
time.
out?
So
Is this happening?
Oh, Phil's
I got
wow, maybe Phil win.
I got no land drops.
So many land drops.
Because he got the bounce land back, so he can just keep bouncing.
Yeah, but he
Yes,
doesn't have
here's a
infinite land
land drop counter. I'm going to play a land. It is a Simic Grove Chamber. I'm going to pick up this Arid Archway, gain 1, everybody
Oh,
moves.
Spelunking too. Oh no, they're untapped.
Yeah.
Generating mana.
Combo.
Oh,
no,
the
Strangler
ink
Slum
shield.
Guard.
You
Is that
got
a
the ink
shield?
shield.
That's an ink shield.
That would have been
If
glorious.
Phil wins this way, that would be very impressive. I would
That would be
accept
impressive.
My misprinted foil reflecting pool.
that. Ooh, how's it?
I'm going to spend my
Can you
It has
show it
a
again?
white mana symbol.
Misprinted?
White mana symbol on it.
Oh, it has
Oh,
white
that's-
mana, yeah.
That's cool.
Okay, for 3 mana, recently downshifted to uncommon in Jumpstart, it is Bounty of Scamfar. Reveal the top 6 cards of your library. You may put up to 1 land card from among them on the battlefield tapped, whatever, and up to 1 elf among them into your hand. Put the rest
It's
on the
happening.
bottom.
How you
Yeah,
been
this is
getting
Storm
white
Killer
this
from
entire time,
Landfall.
Phil, by the way?
Krim would be proud.
There's the Skullwinder. No, it's on the very, very
Oh, the
bottom.
Skullwinder's down. That's good.
Yeah, so this is sadly not an elf, so I'll just get a land. I get the Tart Ort. It's a scene of the crime or whatever. Crime scene.
Adeline, Ravenloft
Uh,
Adventure, and a land.
Mirror
Scanner.
Pool, Huntmaster of the Spells, and Space Bellerin.
If he was able to Skullwinder Summer Bloom back, that would have been hilarious.
He might
would
be
have
able to
been
actually
pretty
mill our
cool,
whole
yeah.
deck if he,
yeah.
I'm just gonna do this first. I'm gonna play a kitchen. That's one of the dual lands.
Yup.
It will mill everybody for 3. I draw 1 and gain 1.
The bounce.
Aurelia, the
Magmopus,
Law
Sphinx's
of-
Revelation, Shatter
Yeah,
Skull
so.
Smashing.
Balduvian
Amin
Rage,
Pakal.
Dragon Mantle, and Ren's Resolve.
Scarab God's going to be eaten well.
Yeah, Scarab God's feasting.
I'm going to play a
I have no good creatures. I don't care.
Vivid
I think
Creek.
if he finds if he
And
mills
empathy.
a haste
Bound.
creature for me, then it's over for us because then he just like reanimates a whole bunch of creatures and we die.
We're milling again.
Oh, a mass haste
the
creature?
creek has
yeah.
a charge.
Oh, my
on it.
card draw. Glimpse
The
the
Richard
impossible.
Special, the
Franco's
Dowsing
command.
Dagger,
Oko, Xanadu.
Paladin, Elizabeth Haggerty.
Arid Archway as my last land drop.
Last one.
And I guess
Come
I'll
on,
pick
haste
up
creatures.
this.
Ooh,
Come
a
on,
Chrome
haste-
as
Ooh,
well.
this is abandoned.
And Crackling Doom.
Demonic Tutor,
Draw a card, gain a
Rakdos.
life. Oh,
Balin's
oh.
Tomb.
Oh, my card draw. Galvanic Relay Bitter Reunion.
I'm going to Kenriff's Transformation, the Scarab God. So
You're gonna-
transfer to an elk. I draw a card.
Sure.
I mean, he could just kill it or something and get it back when he wants, right?
Wait, what happens if you kill a Scarab God while it's an elk?
It
doesn't
But I
come
need
back,
to
right?
kill the
Because it
Kenner's
doesn't have any-
transformation, probably. Yeah.
Wow, I have to discard so many cards. I'm going to spend this counter and play a Twists and Turns. It's an enchantment that says if a creature you control would explore, instead scry 1, then that creature explored. When it enters the battlefield, target creature you control explores. Let's do this first. So I guess my Tatiova explores. Oh, it says scry first. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. I scry first. I can't afford this. Let's then and keep it on top or put it in the grave. I don't know. I can put it on top though, and put a counter.
You can leave it on top of the graveyard. Yeah.
When a land enters under your control, if I have 7 or more lands, this flips. It will happen if I untap. I will have to discard the hands. That super sucks. I'm gonna discard a snow-covered waste, but I'm gonna put the foil in here. So I discard this.
Illegal.
I respect it.
Judge.
All right, you done?
And then I'll discard this Lanova Reborn, and I think I'm back down to 7 cards. Yeah. Okay.
We got an exciting...
You actually build a lot that turn.
Let's play a Savai Triome for my land for turn. And then Recast Ishin, baby. And I got the Scry.
Back.
I'll put that on the bottom. All right, that's it.
That's it. All right. I'm going to untap. We're going to take up this Cameo to level 2. Actually, I guess I draw first, technically. So level 2 says, return up to one other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Each opponent discards a card. So I think what I'd like to do is just bounce this Kenris transformation back to Phil's hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can I offer you a bouncing Skoa Emberbeam?
let me think on that one for a minute. Oh, each opponent discards a card. You're right. So you all have to discard a card.
Aki Battle Squad.
Lillipad Village.
So my question in the graveyard, and this creatures or non-creatures is fine. Is there anything that kills people? Is there anything that has haste or gives haste?
Sky Hunter Strike Force gives everything melee as long as you have your commander out.
Oh, that's bad.
Aurelia, the law above, has
Balduvian Rage
for 4 in the air and then does additional 3 to each opponent. If you can modify anything, then Aki Battle Squad is really good because it gives you an extra combat.
So I think we're going to start by tapping our Vexing Puzzle Box because I want to see if this pops off. We need a 17 or higher.
We need closure.
Higher.
That's a 9.
That's your first roll below 10.
We go up to 92. We're going to use 4 mana. We're going to use the Scarab God to get Tomer's modified thing. What is its stats by chance?
6/6.
Well, it's a 6/6, but it's going to be a 4/4. You just
it makes right.
I don't know if I can quite win here or not. I'm going to activate Savala. I'm going to make 6 mana. I am going to use Scarab God again to get back your Aurelia.
Okay.
And now, using black, red, green, blue, and white, I'm going to play Jared Carthalion. It's a Planeswalker. It's a 5 mana for 5 loyalty, +1 makes a Kavu. The big one is -3. Choose up to 2 target creatures. For each of them, put a number of +1/+1 counters on them equal to the number of colors it is. I'm going to choose to put 2 counters on the Gitrog Ravenous Ride, and then 2 counters on Aurelia. So one counter on Olivia, because Scarab God's going to make it a black creature rather than a 2-colored creature.
Yeah.
Aurelia.
We're going to go to combat. I am going to swing Aurelia at Richard, and then Gitrog Scarab God will go at Phil. So Aurelia's going to trigger because there's 3 attacking creatures. So you're each going to lose 3 life. I'm going to gain 3 life.
So you could just draw
I just draw a card.
5 is you deal 3 and you gain 3.
Oh, you need 5 creatures to deal damage. Right. So I will draw a card then. And I will get an extra combat trigger with these 2 modified creatures
no blocks.
because of the other
It
thing.
flies, right?
Yeah.
Aurelia flies.
I take 5.
I take 13. Okay.
And then I get extra
another combat, right?
With the 2 modified creatures. So I will just go to combat again. I will send the Gitrog at Phil.
That's lethal, right?
It's lethal if you don't block it. And then Aurelia at Richard.
Do you have onboard?
I mean, the crap plan was
That's just 5, right?
It has
It's just
trample,
5.
right? So I still take 6. Oh my god.
Yes, you will still take.
Yeah, I
go to 7.
And then I'm going to go to my end step, and Plantier is going to trigger. Tomer, you got the most life, so I'm going to stick with you. 6. Would you like me to mill 6, or would you like me to draw a card?
You can draw a card.
Aw. All right. This feels very dirty, but before we pass the turn, 1, 2, 3, I'm just going to cast Teferi's Protection.
Yeah, there it is.
And then go ahead. Mythic.
Untap.
I remember somebody was grumbling a lot that, Mythic's unplayable.
I still think Mythics suck, but...
You didn't see the common deck, you see. I got my on Farewell. Oliphant.
Yeah, I feel worse for Richard. If Oliphant's your big payoff, then I'm doing better.
I mean, I think I could have actually just straight up killed you, though. Did I just kill Phil to not secure last?
Get second place.
Wait, so my win condition is milling. So the only way we can get out of this is more.
I mean, I hope we stay alive, and we hope there's an uncommon fog to get another turn.
The crab plan actively bad when we saw Scarab Gab, and I'm like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this. And then you were like, mill, and then Aurelia and all that stuff happened.
Hey, maybe I would have milled you.
All right, I'm going to pass the turn, and we're gonna rely on a fog.
The common red fog.
Oh, that's definitely not coming from my hand.
I'm gonna draw.
Maybe we mill that.
Finally feeling
in the end.
Simic over here. I'm going to tap this to play Gretchen Titchwillow. For 4 mana, I can draw a card and I can put a land from my hand onto the battlefield. And then I'm going to play a Guildless Commons. 3 triggers actually. This draws a card, gains a life. This bounces this. And then this says, when a land enters, if I have 7 or more land, it flips into this Mycoid Maze. And for 4 mana, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put that card into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom.
Second crab?
Yeah, the problem is that this crab is the only one that doesn't target. So I have to find...
Oh, that was the
Timeless.
Okay, so you need Skullwinder or something into crab.
Skullwinder is on the bottom. I've seen it. I'm going to activate it and look at the top 4 cards. Well, I'm going to get a Tireless Provisioner. Ouch. I have to take a damage from this. But then I cast it. Getting close to some form of infinite here. If I only had my Ruined Crab. I'm sure there's an infinite in this deck. But Simic thinks. Yeah, so I'm going to... Oh my god. I can tap a creature to create a mana of any color. So I will do this. And then I will create a green mana and a blue mana and a colorless mana and a I'm gonna go down to 1. And then
life's a resource.
I got 1 floating. Okay, let's do this. 4 mana. Draw a card, put a land from my hand onto the battlefield. That land is a Simic Growth Chamber. It enters untapped. I get back my Arid Archway. Tireless Provisioner says when a land enters, I create a food or a treasure. So I create a treasure. So this almost goes infinite. I draw a card, gain a life, but only almost. And then I don't really know what to do. Oh, this is so clunky. Okay. I'm going to spend this mana to do this again. Put a land on the battlefield, return this, draw a card, draw another card, gain a life, create another treasure. It sucks so hard. Would we just pass now?
Hold up the Aetherize, you know?
Yep. Aetherize is uncommon.
Okay, so discard phase.
All right, I'm gonna untap. I'm gonna draw.
I mean, you could technically kill Seth because you have Ishin. It's the infamous commander damage to T-Pro.
Oh, yeah.
You get double attack triggers, too,
If I had Isengard Unleashed, I'd be cooking right now. But unfortunately, all I have is a Clifftop Retreat.
Wait.
What?
No.
What?
Richard has a pump spell.
Well, because Balduvian Rage was a pump spell.
Yeah, Balduvian Rage would actually do it, yeah.
I'm just going to play Professional Facebreaker, Scry 1.
Gonna break some faces.
Not land. It can't attack unless, Richard, you want to let me. Oh, actually, Richard, you could let me, and then I can draw something off the top of my library.
No, I will block because the fog will be impulse drawn. You can't even hold it. Right? It has to be cast this turn and he's phased out. So there's no interaction that can be drawn here, right?
I pass. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. I gotta be able to close this game out. I have to.
I believe in you.
There's no red fog. I don't think.
Scarab God trigger?
Yeah, Scarab God's gonna trigger. That's
how many zombies are there?
Only 2.
What is the trigger? We all take 2.
Can't you just Scarab God in response?
Yeah, but you're 27.
Yeah, but you can kill Phil.
I'm not doing anything in response. So you each will take 2.
So
you each will take 2, and I get to scry 2. We're going to put both of those to the bottom, and then we will draw for our turn. Go to our first main phase. Our Camuor is going to flip around into a big old dragon spirit. It's a 6/6 flyer trampler. When it attacks, defending player chooses a non-land card in your graveyard, in my graveyard, and I get to return it to my hand, and I get pumped by its mana value. But it doesn't have haste or anything, so it doesn't matter for this turn. I think I can guarantee this is going to end this game, hopefully, unless someone has a fog. So I'm going to cast a Mnemonic Betrayal, which is exile all cards from your opponent's graveyards. You can cast those cards this turn and spend mana of those many any color, and then at the end of the turn, cards that weren't cast are going to go back to the graveyard, and this goes to exile. I'm mostly doing this for Tomer's graveyard to get the Chroma's Will. So
you can get the crap.
I don't think you want... Oh, you can Goblin Grenade.
Yeah, if there's anything that deals direct damage, that's worth noting. I'm going to tap this Savala again, using my Vexing Puzzle Box to roll to get to 100. Oh, come on.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. At least grant us
It's not
this.
happening. I'm going to make 8 mana thanks to the Gitrog. I am going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of that, 6, 7 of that mana to recast my commander. It's going to trigger a million times. I don't really know if I care, but we got to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looking for 2 color cards, which there's a Sorin and a Hydroid Process.
It's actually pretty good.
And now I will use 4 mana. I'm going to cast the Chroma's Will. So now all my things get a lot of text on them.
You want Sky Hunter Strike Force just for more fun?
Yeah, let me take that. It's 4 mana?
3.
3 mana? All right. 3 mana. I will cast that as well to give +3/+3, which I think should just guarantee that that's going to do it.
Tomer actually has Ink Shield man up, but I think he showed the
Oh
Ink
my
Shield
God,
bill.
yeah.
He showed the Ink Shield bill at some point,
I saw
right?
it milled.
But he actually has the 5 mana up.
I imagine.
And also,
All right,
I'm
so
empty-handed.
Richard,
so-
I'm going at you for 5 in the air.
I got 2 blockers.
Well, I have the Chroma's Will, so I don't think you're going to be doing much blocking. We're going to send the Gitrog at Phil, Scarab God, and the other thing at Tomer, your modified thing at Tomer.
Mhm.
And they're all going to get +3/+3 thanks to Tomer's thing that I stole. So that's attack number 1. I also will get the trigger to get extra combat with these 2.
Yeah.
There's also a trigger that kills me, right? The Aurelia.
So there's only 4
Oh, it's
attackers,
only 4 attacking
unfortunately.
Sweet. So I'm going to pay 4
Not that
mana.
good.
Oh, is it Fog?
I'm going to put a land on the battlefield, draw 2 cards.
I got excited for the 4 mana Aetherize there.
Oh, Aetherize
I
would
mean,
be
it's
such
still
a
4 mana and Aetherize. I do have Aetherize. I just could have done the thing one more time. Return all attacking creatures to their owners.
Does it work?
Yeah, it worked. I can't stop it.
Whoa, good thing you didn't Goblin Grenade me before.
Scarab God goes back.
Tokens are exiled, like I don't get them back.
Yeah, I guess that's it. So I'll go to my end step.
Clutch.
I guess I should activate the Planeswalker. We'll make a Kavu. And I'll go to my end step. We'll trigger the Plantier, and I'm sure just draw a card. Take a chance. It's only 7. I only mill 7. You could mill me out if you team up on this. Would anyone like to team up on the mill out
Tomer,
plan?
take it.
Tomer, you got the highest life total. It's your look at how thin my deck's getting, Tomer. You can mill me out.
Actually, that's quite thin, actually.
You can draw a card.
All right, I'll draw a card.
You have 1 mana
And
up.
then I'm going to discard hand size a bunch. Yes. Your go, Richard.
How big are your creatures, Seth? What are they all exactly?
6/6, 6/6, 3/3, whatever Tomer's thing was.
2/2 flyer.
How much damage do you have, Tomer? You only have a Face Breaker and an Ishin.
It's 5 damage.
Would you like me to remove blockers, or would you like me to deal direct damage? What is more likely to kill Seth here?
What's
do you
Seth's
actually
life
have
total?
anything useful, Tomer? Do you have a hand?
I'm empty-handed.
Okay, I think we got to do this. Then we just rely on Phil's second Aetherize to keep us alive, right? Sticky fingers.
Just die already. Sure.
So enchanted creature has menace, and when this creature deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. When enchanted creature dies, draw a card. Seth, 4/4 menace coming at you.
Damn.
Impossible.
I will block with Niv and Kavu.
Oh, I guess we don't order
least we've
blockers
seen
anymore, huh? We're doing
No.
we're doing the new rules, huh?
Oh yeah, no more blockers ordering.
Okay, well we'll kill the Kavu.
Kavu down.
I'm gonna draw a card. Okay, 2, 4, 6. Seismic
Okay.
Monster. It's a 6 mana 6/5 trample with 3 mana sack a land, draw a card.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's the other win con. It has mountain
Poor
cycles.
commons.
You see?
You give that bad boy death
It has
touch and
trample.
you're cooking.
Okay, pass the turn.
All right.
let's
If I
go win
find
now.
a crab here,
Yeah, fine. Craig
the
on
other
too.
crab is too much. It's targeted mill, right?
Yeah, but you can kill
Probably-
Seth.
It is
least.
targeted. It's only one player, yeah.
Okay, let's do this first. Simic Growth Chamber to cast Planar Genesis. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped. If you don't, put a card from among them into your hand. Put the rest
so
on
good.
the bottom.
This can get the crab.
It's enough to, like, it can kill one person, I think, but can it kill the whole table? Are there enough land drops?
Phil's at 2 life, so it's a little saucy, but normally if he just killed you, he'd probably be smooth.
Phil's probably going to end at like 10 life this turn.
He's going to draw into the second fog.
Oh, wait a second. Oh my god. I'm going to
go
take
infinite?
Litnyara Mirror Lake.
Ooh. Hey, there it is.
Is it finally relevant?
There's the infinite.
Is it gonna be relevant? I might put this back.
Wait, how does this go infinite?
Copy.
Okay, so for 5 mana and
right?
tap this.
It's a clone.
I can create a copy of a creature I control, except it enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. So first of all, I will create a treasure, draw a card, gain a life.
If we can't interact with this, Phil wins.
Then I'm going
empty-handed,
to... So I did draw a crab here. It is the one that targets them. Whenever land enters the battlefield under my control, target player mills 3. Okay, so for 5 mana and sacrifice this, I will create a copy of the Tireless Provisioner.
Yeah.
And it will have a counter on it. I don't think that's relevant. So now, if I pay 4 mana, I can activate Gretchen Titchwillow, put a Arid Archway on the battlefield, and draw a card, yeah. And then pick up the Simic Growth Chamber, create a treasure. 2 treasures, actually. Oh, that's the whole point. Yeah. I guess I mill 3.
Wait, why is he milling himself?
He's trying to lab
He's
man.
got lab man in his deck.
Oh, he's gonna lab man win. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Has he showed the lab man?
I mean, he hasn't shown it to us, but yes, we know that have it.
What I can do now is every time I do this, so the next time I do this, I do this thing with the Simic Growth Chamber again. But whenever I do this, then I tap the Simic Growth Chamber before I pick it up myself. So this just creates infinite land drops.
Infinite draw.
I draw 2 cards every time, so I will ping myself, but I will also get a lot of life, and I will tap this. And I do have a... I know it's boring, but you gotta work hard to get the infinite going with Uncommon. It is a Laboratory Maniac. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, you win the game. And check this out. Force of Will backup printed. That's an uncommon.
Wow.
Let's go.
Even the force backup.
That's game, yeah. Turns out you still go...
Turns out that Simic is more powerful than Mythics. I think that's what we learned this week.
I don't know about that. I mean, I could have killed Phil at any time.
Yeah.
No. I mean, the Aetherize did help us, but...
Does this mean Litnyara Mirror Lake is actually good? I cut it from all my decks, but now I'm thinking
I don't know.
about it.
I think it's good if you have
no
Splunking.
other clones.
Specifically, if you have Splunking and you're trying to combo,
if you specifically
and you
need
can
it
only
for
play on
combo.
commons, then it's busted.
Sure, maybe that's it.
You heard it here
Anyway,
first.
that
It's
is
busted.
the great rarity battle. I think we really got to see pretty much everyone's decks do things, especially given the restriction that we saw, I think, on some of the decks. Like, I think, Richard, you didn't do a ton, but for commons, you actually did a lot of damage with your commander. Tomer, you kind of ran out of gas, but you got off to probably the scariest start over the first couple of turns. So I think we got to see all the decks put up a pretty good performance. And then, of course, the Mythics ended up being pretty busted with the right mana and Phil with the combo kill in the end. But that has been our Commander Clash for this week. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back next week for another one. Until then, have a great week. And this is a crew signing out.
Sorry, I played Simic again.